I have said that the dollar collapse will be the single largest event in human history. Humanity will go through the 5 stages of awakening, being violently snapped out of denial and right into the anger phase. At this point, it will be both too late for anybody to take the kind of proactive action I have been talking about, or it will be far too dangerous to speak the truth. It will be at that time to be most prudent to close up shop and start working with the strong relationships we've been developing in our lives. The illusion of wealth and importance will be wiped clean and a new reality will set in. For some, it will be a horror show as the thin veil of civility is erased as the scarcity mentality brings out the worst in humanity. For others, a deeper, more meaningful, more abundant way of life awaits them as their chains are broken and new values are rewarded. Until that day, I hope everybody's preparing like today is the last day that the system is working. You are either prepared the best that you can today or you're fooling yourself. One day you'll wake up like I did and see that, like a thief in the night, we all have a 500 internal server error, and it will not just be some blog. It will be your bank account, your stock portfolio, your health insurance, your job, food, fuel, police protection, medication, everything. It'll be at that point that humanity will see the value of real tangible assets and not some electrons on the internet. The most important thing you need is a clear, logical head. In the Marines, we were drilled with improvise, adapt, and overcome. Whenever it happens, it will be those that adapt the quickest to this new reality that will at the very least survive, but I believe that there will be tremendous opportunities for those that are in the position to notice. I believe the trivium of grammar, logic, and rhetoric are the keys to a survival mindset of freedom. I would much rather have people with no physical preps, but with the right mindset in the face of chaos, than any group of physically prepared people that just plain lost their minds. Fortunately enough for those who already watch this blog and YouTube channel, this is not an either-or scenario. We will have the right mindset and physical preps, and I hope all my work that I've done with the Sons of Liberty Academy here on the blog and YouTube have helped many on this path. I think the second most important thing that you'll need is your network. Unless you're John Rambo, you will need to have a good group of friends and family. And I highly recommend that you look at those that are in your life now and see what kind of person they really are. Will they help you out when you're down? Are they friends with you for who you are or what you are? I believe it's vitally important to identify toxic people in your life and not only get rid of them so that you can live your life without their drama, but your life may depend on it in a collapse scenario. By cutting out these toxic people in your life now, while the lights are still on, will make it much more difficult for them to enter your life when the things get desperate. The next most important things you'll need are the real tangible stuff like food, fuels, preps, tools, guns. Just like Hurricane Sandy, when the dollar storm hits, your most basic needs will become the only thing that matters. Simply having a buffer of food and fuel might help you keep your head on straight so that you can stay focused. I highly recommend that people build up a buffer of food as far out as they feasibly can. Simply having a pantry is a good start, but you'll eventually need to get storable food, and I recommend at least getting 1 million storable calories to start, but this may not be enough for families and others that you may end up being responsible for. The last and final thing I think that you should be doing is buying silver. Don't think that you're just going to be able to buy everything that you want after the collapse. You need to have your own preps in line first. Silver will have a tremendous value in a global fiat currency collapse as a means of exchanging value for value. No matter how prepped you are going to need something else that you didn't need or didn't plan for, and you may not be able to exchange your goods for other goods. This is where real money has always filled the gap of barter networks and eventually global trade. Even enemy nations can exchange gold and silver with a level of trust that no other asset has. The true purpose of buying silver is not so much in the anger phase as much as transferring wealth into the next paradigm. I do think there is a good possibility that silver might decouple from the dollar a few days or weeks prior to a collapse, and that we may be able to take advantage of a very high silver purchase price before the store shelves get empty, but I wouldn't want people to become totally reliant on that. I do believe that we will be able to create a successful commodity banking system in the next paradigm and be able to fund the next generation of solutions for humanity as a new value structure sets in.